Okay, well, good morning, everybody. And just to answer the question right off the bat, yes, there is something in the water at Inside Education. So my name is Kathryn, and this is Jill, and we are really excited to be here today to tell you about a project that we worked on back in 2012, which was recently recognized by Water Canada and their Waters Next for the field of collaboration, and that is our navig8 2012 project. And so we're going to talk about that as well as Inside Education and how it's very collaborative in nature as well. I'll tell you a little bit about who Inside Education is and why we exist. 28 years ago, a teacher by the name of Jim Martin recognized that there was this gap between what was happening in curriculum and what teachers were hearing about in the classroom, and where students, the questions they had, they were seeing things happen in their local communities and they wanted to know about them, but teachers aren't always well equipped to answer all of those questions and to provide the support that was needed for these really meaningful conversations that not only should happen, but need to happen so that we can have a future of engaged citizens and stewards of our environment and natural resources. So he put together, at the time it was FISA, and now Inside Education, and it was built on a few main pillars, that of critical thinking, that of multiple perspectives, about experiential learning, and this engagement of not only students but teachers and then the general public as well, about these key topics, and a balance between all those things that we're talking about here today, the environment, the economy, how society and culture plays into that. So there we go. Oh, that worked out really well. So the Inside Education, we do spend a lot of time outside, and a lot of people ask, why is it Inside Education? It's inside the science, which is the S, the issues, the development, and environment. So we're talking about all of those things when we're working with our main audience, which is students and teachers. Okay, I won't go into who we are in too much detail, besides saying it's a very good-looking staff we've got there, and the guy in the middle is Olympic gold medalist Adam Creek, and we had the pleasure of working with him for the navig8 Summit. I think the biggest thing about Inside Education and what led to the navig8 Summit and this theme of collaboration is that Inside Education in amongst itself is very collaborative. We're a registered nonprofit charity, and we're governed by a board of directors that they all wear multiple hats and come from multiple perspectives. We work with partners on specific projects, same sort of idea. They come from industry, from government, from other NGOs, from academia, and they're partnering on each of the various projects we work on. navig8's just one of them. And then even our staff come from diverse backgrounds and collaborate all the time. So we do this natural resource education, very collaborative nature all around in all of our programs. And what does environmental and natural resource education mean? That could probably mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So I'll just give you, for us, it means that we're focused on the science behind natural resource development. We're focused on stewardship. We're focused on technology and innovation, careers, and as well as, I think, what sets us apart a little bit is we talk about the issues a lot, and that's why we're all here today, to hear about the different key things that are happening in the water sector. And so we do water, we do energy, we do forests, we do landscapes. So that's who Inside Education is. And then we have this really big vision, and that's a big job. So then we had to have a big idea. And our big idea was navig8 2012. And navig8 2012 was a water literacy youth summit that brought together teachers and students. It brought together industry experts. It brought together people from government, from nonprofit organizations, to have a conversation about water and to hear about current and emerging issues And then, as Lauren said earlier, what is the so what? We spent a lot of time talking with all of those people around the table going, so what? What does this mean? And we challenged those young people from communities across Alberta. They came from as far south as Lethbridge all the way up to north of Fort McMurray. And then they were challenged to put together a water literacy project, to share what was talked about, to share these new ideas, the innovation, the creativity that came from those so what discussions in their community and really make a difference through their project. And Jill will talk more about the different water literacy projects that came up, but it was just incredible to have this particular group together and engaged for 3 days. Of course, we had to have a very dynamic program, trying to keep 80 teenagers interested for 3 days can be a lot of fun. That kept Jill and I busy. And so it really was all about information, was about ideas, was about innovation, and about inspiring this next generation of leaders. And so I'm going to show you a few pictures now from sort of demonstrating the impact of the summit. And so I'll just encourage you to watch some of those pictures and tell you a little story. So as you look at the pictures, I want you to think back, to imagine that you are back in grade 11 or grade 12. You know, you like biology class, you're keen on environmental issues, but you're not quite sure how to channel that energy. You're not quite sure where to ask these questions. And you see a poster, it says Navig8 2012, or a teacher approaches you, your favorite classroom teacher, and says, hey, I've got a project that you can work on. And so you decide, okay, yeah, there's a few other keen students in my school, and you put together a water literacy team, and you come to Kananaskis, you get to meet fabulous people like Jill and I, and many of you, I recognize some of you even joined us at the summit, and you get to shake hands with the CEO of an oil and gas company, or you get to ask your question to, you know, the Alberta Riparian Management Society and talk to them about what's happening in the world of water. And from that, you are inspired. You've met some like-minded students, you've had these fabulous discussions, and then you go back to your school, to your community, you put together this project, and you are now a water leader. You're an ambassador for this resource, and you know that you can join the conversation, that your voice has made a difference, and that you will continue to use that experience throughout your lifetime. And to us, it's really hard to describe the great things that happened at Navig8, but hopefully that little visual gave you some idea of what we think the broader impact of Navig8 was on this water community, on all of you guys, and for the future of water in Alberta and beyond as well.
Perfect. Okay. So Kathryn and I were co-chairs of Navig8. That's why there's two of us presenting. We don't do everything together. But I wanted to say that we, you know, this is a 3-day event that we held, and it's not every day that these students and teachers and some of our partners and speakers get an opportunity to share and collaborate. And this is just a quote from one of our teachers that participated that year about how an event like this really opens the minds of the students and the teachers that participate, and how they can bring that back to their school, and like Kathryn said, become those water ambassadors. So I really like this quote because it makes me feel that we actually met our goal when we were planning Navig8. So the words critical thinking stand out for me, as well as multiple perspectives, encourage open-mindedness. These are some of the things that Kathryn even mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, that Inside Education has been established on some of those pillars. And again, a great group of people. So water literacy, why is it important? This is one of the things that we really focus on at the summit. So each team has to have their water literacy project. and they are going to be those water leaders, those ambassadors within their school, but also we encourage that information that they gain at the summit to be passed on to their community, to their province, and we encourage them to go as far as Canada and international as well. They become engaged citizens. The big thing is we are encouraging people to think about what they are for and challenge what they are for instead of what they are against. It's really easy for me to say, well, I don't like this, and I can sit back, because, right, I'm done. But if I say, I like this, or I support this, or I value this, then I have to stand up, and I have to do something about it. And this conference, or the summit, has given those students that opportunity to express their voice when it comes to water literacy. So we, and like I said, water literacy is an overarching kind of theme and a goal, and it's pretty easy, and we're all of like mind in this room. We all think water is important. So if I came to each and every one of you and said, hey, you want to come and present at navig8 2014, you could, everyone be, yeah, include me, because we all think that this is important. Okay, so we have that overarching goal of water literacy. So we were able to bring on existing partners. We were also able to bring on new partners. And when I say partners, I mean people who come to the summit to speak. So they'll either be there for 20 minutes, they can come to our little career exhibition. So they have a booth set up, they're given the opportunity to speak one-on-one with the students and the teachers, or provide funding if they're able to go as far as that. So these are some of our partners that without their collaboration and their help, we would not be able to put on an event such as navig8 2012. And one of the biggest things is making sure that we are continuing to encourage collaboration with our partners. So keeping the lines of communication open, not just saying, okay, come out to navig8 2012 and then we're done. We're still going to still keep bugging you to come to our other summits. We're going to still keep enticing you to participate in our other programs that we do. This is not the only thing that Kathryn and I have our hands in at Inside Education. We're kind of do a whole bunch of different things as well. So when Kathryn and I were trying to think about how do we show you here that our partners and our stakeholders are still involved in our project, we sent out an email just saying, can you comment on navig8 2012? And that happened in March of 2012, so we're looking at about 18 months ago. And we got a few quotes back just reiterating that this navig8 2012, this summit, is still in the forefront of their mind. They're still engaged with the theme of water literacy. So this, the one from Synovus here, and then also the Alberta Riparian Management Society as well. And so where do we go now? We've had some fantastic water literacy projects that these teams have come up with. Something as simple as doing a virtual, or maybe not simple because I'm not very technology minded, but a virtual water video. So giving the students that creative ability that they can just go and take the information that they learned at the summit and present it however they wish to their communities, to their schools. So videos, riparian area cleanups, tree planting, doing a school-wide water audit. Okay, if anyone has been in a school, okay, that obviously you've all been in a school, but to get the information that's needed is also very difficult. So then those students are going to have to use the tools that they may have learned at the summit to collaborate with other people that they may not have been able to, engage with before, a superintendent within the education department or something like that, or even just going to their principal and asking, where do I find this information? There's water conservation initiatives that they've included the community on, installing water bottle filling stations within their schools, forming eco clubs. Okay, so having an environmental club at the school, and then one of the biggest projects that a school up in Peace River did was evaluating the environmental impact of the construction of a new bridge. So pretty much they were working on a undergrad or master's thesis. These grade 11 students. So really very broad, very diverse group of projects. Our next conference for navig8 is in 2014 in Banff, March 13th through 16th. And we encourage you guys, if you want to be involved in this at all, please come and talk to Kathryn and I. Our website, which we realized we didn't include there, but it's www.insideeducation.ca, and the navig8 website is navig8.ca, so navig8.ca. And you can go online there and take a look, and you see what's coming up for 2014.